Hey guys, so I want to talk about the Emmanuel Haro case real quick. We got some new information. There's some stuff that happened yesterday that I want to discuss and a few things that I want to clarify, as well as talk about what's going to happen next. So yesterday we do know that both Jake and Rebecca Haro pleaded not guilty to the charges that they are facing. We also found out yesterday that Rebecca's attorney is trying to file a motion to get her trial moved out of Riverside and to Banning. According to people who were in the courtroom, Jake Haro said, "Good morning, Your Honor." He said, "Yes, Your Honor," to a question that was asked of him by the judge, and Rebecca Haro didn't reportedly say anything at all. It was also said that the two didn't ever even look at each other in the courtroom. Jake was on the left, Rebecca was on the right. Now, Jake Haro was initially being represented by Vincent Hughes, the ex-DJ who is now being accused of DV online. Yesterday, the public defenders for Jake Haro asked that Vincent Hughes be removed from the case from last year so that they can also add that case onto their case right now. The judge ultimately agreed to that, so Vincent Hughes is no longer in the picture here at all. Now, up next, Jake and Rebecca will be appearing in the courtroom on September 16th for a felony settlement conference. Now, this is typically called a pretrial or a preliminary hearing where prosecutors and defense attorneys discuss discovery, also known as evidence, among other things. So we'll definitely learn a little bit more information then, but we're definitely going to find out more information the next day on September 17th at the preliminary hearing that is scheduled for both of them. This is essentially when the prosecution is going to provide a bunch of evidence that they have against both Jake and Rebecca in order to defend their case for why Jake and Rebecca should remain behind bars until trial. Now, as you guys know, we've already talked about Jake Haro's past charges when it comes to the incident with his daughter and how his daughter is now handicapped because of him. We are learning that he actually attended a parenting counseling class, and he was rated at the end of that class on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being less likely to repeat again, 10 being very likely to repeat again. And the person who rated him actually gave him a 1, meaning that they didn't believe that Jake Haro would re-offend. What a huge failure of judgment right there. Now, this person who rated Jake was contacted for a response. However, they did not respond when reached out to. Now, law enforcement is saying that they believe they know exactly where Emmanuel Haro's body is, but according to what we, the public, are seeing, there hasn't really been anything done in order to get Emmanuel's body to recover him. Now, a couple of weeks back, I shared how the trash from Jake and Rebecca Haro's home actually is brought to the Lamb Canyon Landfill, and we are hearing through the grapevines that authorities actually went to the Lamb Canyon Landfill and they actually asked for video footage from August 4th to August 14th. What they think that they're going to see or have captured on this footage from this landfill, I'm not too sure. Maybe Jake and Rebecca Haro drove to this landfill and threw stuff away. But at the moment, we do know that authorities have not actually excavated anything from this landfill, which to me doesn't really make sense. Every single case that we have covered here on my page where authorities feel like a missing person is in a landfill, they excavate, they do some sort of investigation on scene. Most landfills today are actually organized by cell. If you guys followed my coverage on the Manny Collins case out of Minnesota, you would know that landfills are very, very organized. So if law enforcement felt like Emmanuel was in this landfill, they would be able to communicate with this landfill, go to a certain cell, excavate, and find Emmanuel's body. It may take a while, but if they have probable cause and evidence that suggests that he is there, then they definitely could do that, and it would definitely create a stronger case against both Jake and Rebecca if they were to find him. So I don't know, based on everything that we know up to this point, it doesn't seem like Emmanuel is actually in this landfill, and if he is in this landfill, law enforcement may not actually have enough evidence to suggest that at this time. You guys know I'm going to keep you guys updated as information comes out, so make sure to follow. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments, and I will talk to you guys soon.